The U.S. House of Representatives was plunged into chaos on Tuesday after Republican leader Kevin McCarthy failed in 3 consecutive votes to secure enough support to be elected a speaker. The deadlocked House was then adjourned for the day. The failed votes marked the first time in 100 years that the majority party in the House has not elected a speaker on its first vote. Needing 218 votes in the full House, McCarthy got just 203 in 2 rounds, less even than Democrat Hakeem Jeffries in the GOP-controlled chamber. 19 of his own party leaders voted against him. A third ballot was even worse, with McCarthy losing 20 votes. While night fell, tensions rose as all other business came to a halt. The California congressman needed a simple majority to be elected as Washington's top legislator who presides over House business and is second in line to the presidency. During each of the 3 voice votes, every Democrat on the floor rallied unanimously around incoming minority leader Hakeem Jeffries. But a sect of conservative Republicans split from their party to back other candidates, including longtime McCarthy ally and Republican Jim Jordan.
So we do not want to be here at this moment. We would prefer to have a unity of purpose, but we will not continue to allow the uniparty to run this town without a fight. There's very little difference between Nancy Pelosi and her California delegation mate that seeks the gavel, and we want to change because this town is broken.
Jeffries slammed House Republicans shortly after the House adjourned in disarray, saying Democrats are prepared to find common ground with the other side, but they don't have willing partners.
Today, for the first time in 100 years, the House of Representatives failed to organize on opening day. It's a sad day for the House of Representatives as an institution. It's a sad day for democracy. It's a sad day for the American people. House Democrats are unified, ready, willing, and able to get to work on behalf of everyday Americans. We are prepared to try to find common ground with the other side of the aisle to solve problems on behalf of the American people, but we don't have a willing partner in House Republicans.
Jordan, who nominated and voted for McCarthy, won 20 votes in the 3rd round. Jeffries, the incoming Democratic minority leader, won 212 votes in each of the 3 rounds. It was not clear whether McCarthy, who has the support of a wide majority of his caucus, would have the support to overcome the hardline opposition and win the Speaker's position. The House agreed to return on Wednesday. Without a Speaker, the House cannot fully form, which includes swearing in its members, naming its committee chairmen, engaging in floor proceedings, and launching investigations of the Biden administration. The chaos and confusion in the House also points to the difficult road ahead for the Republican Party that is in control of the House now. Republicans won a narrow 222 against 212 majority in November's midterm election, meaning that McCarthy or any candidate for Speaker will need to unify a fractious caucus to win the gavel. Democrats hold a slim majority in the Senate. Meanwhile, the Senate is not scheduled to come back until 23rd of January for a vote. And for more on this, our correspondent Susan Teherani sent us this report from New York.
The lack of a winner delayed the launch of the Republicans' agenda after they won the midterm elections, and may be a preview of what's to come regarding divisions within the party. With no speaker in place, no lawmaker can be sworn in, and no other business can take place, including the first issue that the Republicans wanted to tackle, and that was rollback for the funding of the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, which is responsible for taxes here in the United States. The vote also really exposed the deep fractures within the GOP and the direction the party wants to take moving forward. Kevin McCarthy and his allies have vowed to stay the course until they have enough votes, calling their opponents self-serving. But the question remains whether or not an alternative will be presented where all Republicans can agree on, or whether or not Kevin McCarthy will ultimately get the gravel. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.